Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping by and taking a look, and if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. So today's nail set is going to be a Nail Roulette. I believe it's Nail Roulette number 9 by Nails by Miss T, and the theme is lipstick extra long. I do not have extra long lipsticks, so I bought extra long square, and I'm going to shape them into lipstick nails. And then the color is lavender. I'm supposed to use watercolors. The theme is bugs, and I have this plate from Maniology from their box of bloom, and I'm going to use the lunar moths because I just love lunar moths. And then we're supposed to use flakes, and I have some pretty purple flakes to put on the nails. So sit back, relax, and watch what I create. I have Lavender Cupcake by iGel, and I have Lavender Honey by iGel, and this is a glow, and it glows absolutely beautiful. And I also have the opaque white sticky stamping polish and the black opaque sticky stamping polish from She Modern that I will be using to stamp with. So let's get started. so I want to try and pick up this whole design, and as you can see, the regular stampers just are not big enough to pick up the whole design. So I have had this stamping pad for years and years and years, and I've never used it. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I'm going to give it a try and see if I can pick up that nail design. So wish me luck. Sorry, I just have to pull my chair and get more comfortable. Let's just put this paper towel underneath. Now, I've never done a nail design this big before, so this should be interesting. That's not bad. That picked up pretty well. Let's see if we can clean it up a little bit. That's actually, you can see it, that's actually pretty good. Now, let's see if we can get it onto the nail. Let me do it. Okay, not too bad for a first try. I missed some of the edge over here. Let's see if I can take it out of here. This bottom piece is in the way a little bit. Okay, not bad. I think I'm gonna wipe it off and give it a second try and see if I can get more on the sides. But it's not bad for a first try. Okay, so the second pickup came out better than the first. So I want to change the nail stand because this bottom piece, actually, let me see. Maybe I can just take this off and hold it and put it on like this. Okay, not bad. Doesn't really fill in the sides, so something tells me that the nail might be too long. I mean, too wide for the stamp. So I'm going to try one more time and see if I can center it a little bit better. So the third time I picked it up, the pickup is absolutely beautiful. So the error is on my part not being able to get this centered the way I want. So there we go. So let's see. Okay, there we go. Third time's the charm. Not bad at all. Let's see if I can pick up this line right here. There we go. Look at that. Not bad. 3 tries. Sometimes you don't get it right the first try and you have to do it again. But I think it came out really good, considering how large of a stamp it was. this is my completed set for the Nails by Miss T Roulette number 9. I did use a veto. I marbled instead of using watercolors. I didn't like the way my watercolors were looking on the nails, so I did marbling instead. So we have lavender, bugs, which I used the lunar moths, shaped lipstick, and the flakes. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please follow Miss T. She does amazing nails and she has the most spectacular hauls you could ever see. She's getting the Korean gel polishes now and they're absolutely beautiful. You definitely don't want to miss out on those. But thank you for watching and I hope you have a wonderful day.